Hi, everybody. The first thing I want to say is thank you so much for volunteering to do this wonderful, special little part of our evening for the reunion. This is my introduction speech, and you never have to listen to this again. Following this, you'll find that I have put down the soprano line for those of you who are singing the Garfunkel line, and then I've also put down a separate video of those who are singing the alto or the bass baritone line, which is the Paul Simon line. The first thing I have to say is I'm sorry that this is a little bit late, but I have lost my voice and I'm just now starting to get it back. This is not an ideal production that I've got going here for you, but at least you'll get the tune and you'll get the words and the feel for it, and you'll be able to practice. And if you do work with what I put down, you'll be singing in the right key, the key that we're going to sing in that evening. I do want to say that I picked this key because this key stays on the staff. The Garfunkel line is really high in the original. Garfunkel goes way up into his falsetto, and it's way up at the top and off the top of the staff. This stays, I think your highest note here is going to be a D. And then for those of you who are singing the Paul Simon lines, very easy. It stays really pretty much in the middle to the lower part of the staff, and that shouldn't be any trouble for you. I have gone to the venue, taken a look at it. We're limited as to what we have. Kevin Terry has very graciously offered to bring his keyboard, and we probably will be using that just to prompt you, have you in the right key, etc. And I'll probably be at the keyboard just doing some work there. We'll know more about that when we get together and rehearse on that Thursday night. That's when a lot of this is going to come together in form and function. The hall is large, and I really don't think it's conducive to good acoustics. It's a banquet hall at a Knights of Columbus. And so when you start to sing, you're going to be singing without a microphone. So I want that first voice that sings to be really very capable of projecting. And then I think probably we'll keep adding to that voice. We won't have individual solos. We'll have one solo at the beginning, and then people begin to add to that. Eventually, you're going to at first be dispersed around to various parts of the room, and we'll figure that out at the rehearsal. But eventually, you're all going to start coming forward, and by the time we get to the last verse, second to last verse, you're going to all be up front near the screen where we have shown all the people who have passed away since our graduation, so that we'll be focused up front and singing as a choir up front. I think that's really the best way to do it. I'm open to suggestions, and we can, parse through some things when we get together at the rehearsal. I also want to say to you that I've made these lines very easy. The harmony line, the Paul Simon line, is a very easy line, and I would recommend that you stick to that line unless you are a really strong and imaginative musician. Just because we need strength in numbers, and also because it's a good line to stick to. It's a safe line, and you know where you're going. Sopranos, you're going to have to vocalize a little bit, get yourself back up to where you can get up to a D pretty comfortably. It doesn't look like I get up to a D very comfortably on this thing, but part of that is just the condition that my chords are in as a result of the sickness that I'm recuperating from. We can parse back and forth with emails once you get this. If there are questions or corrections or anything, if there's anything that troubles you or that you have questions about, just feel free to shoot them to me. Other than that, I will see you that Thursday evening before we actually have our dinner on Saturday night. And directions to the church, which is in St. Charles, we'll make sure that you have those if you don't already. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to seeing every single one of you.